Hello, everybody, and today we are reviewing the finale to the Usagi arc in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Tales of the Tmnt, whatever you want to call it. But this episode's called Kintaro. Sorry if I said it wrong, but this is where the Turtles and Usagi and the Golden Boy have finally made it to the temple where they're going to have their final battle against Jay. But before that, they have to crawl through the mountains. But things are going all right. Kintaro is still complaining, per usual. Usagi tries to reach his heart out to him, but he doesn't really listen until the end. But that's where they're encountered by ninjas. And Mikey thinks they're good at first, but they're not. They fight like these cat ninjas, and it almost doesn't go. It almost goes horribly wrong. Kintaro is literally captured by one of them and thrown off the mountain. Mikey even falls off, but he's catched. But they do manage to save him, and they're able to blend into the snow, which is pretty cool ability. But the Turtles have to keep moving as they are doing their best to go through to the main temple. And Usagi's action scenes are pretty cool. This is definitely a samurai vibe. The Usagi versus the white cat ninjas, whatever you want to call them. But when they do make it to the temple, they first see a mysterious figure there. That being Jay, who reveals himself. But he's got a trick up his sleeve. The reason why he's been watching them for so long is also because he still has them under his control. And he is able to actually warp the minds of the Turtles back into evil trance mode. So their trance is really bad, where it causes them to attack Usagi. But Kintaro ends up learning compassion finally. Instead of being so self-centered, he ends up breaking Leonardo's swords. He gets his swords breaking a lot, but he manages to actually take out the Turtles. And he's invincible when he gets his Golden Boy powers. And it's a very cool fight scene. But he manages to knock the wind out of them. But Kintaro is taken back when Jay is able to harness his power, his chi, whatever you want to call it. But he gains the power, and the Turtles under his mind control, and they are ready to kill Usagi. But the Turtles are actually out of the control, and they are able to just slip their way to Usagi, and it looks like they're ready to assassinate him. But Leonardo blinks at him, and he's able to... Leo actually does this. He throws the sword at Jay, and he literally stabs him through the chest. So yeah, pretty violent. Leo's not holding back anymore. Ever since he killed Super Shredder, he's just going for the killing blow. So that's what Ninja Turtles are after all. So Jay is somehow still alive because of his new abilities. But what happens next is he gets into the final battle. The sky is red, and Usagi and Jay fight, and he literally grabs Kintaro with his chain and is literally threatening to throw him off the bridge. But what happens next is Usagi's able to trick Jay into falling off the bridge, and he dies. And we even hear how and Kintaro is saved. But we think that's it for the Turtles. But they're wondering how they're going to get home. But the bear from earlier, who's revealed to be his temple, and he was actually not evil. He was actually just brainwashed the whole time. But he's able to teach Kintaro to use his axe to open the wormhole back to their main world. But all the Turtles say goodbye to Usagi. Surprisingly, Donnie doesn't say goodbye. But Leo and Usagi have their moment. They say, "Goodbye, Usagi. Goodbye, Leonardo-san." But so that's it. The prophecy is saved. Jay is defeated, and Usagi is now requested to go on his next journey. He picks up the little necklaces of the turtles, and he leaves, and we see the Japanese symbol that says the end. So that's the Usagi arc. So I really like this arc. I don't think it was my favorite, but it's definitely, this episode was much better than the last episode. It was just straight up samurai action, and Usagi was really good in these episodes. I like how serious and wise he is, but his dynamic with Leonardo was really good. And fun fact, I don't know if I mentioned this in my other reviews, but like, the actor who played him, he actually replied to me on Instagram years ago. I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah, it was cool. And I even brought up it when he went live randomly. And I was like, hey, you remember playing Usagi? And yeah, he remembers. So that was a cool story. But yeah, I was really hoping Usagi would be earlier in the show. But this is definitely the top Usagi in this show. So yeah, I don't know much about the lore Usagi, but if you do, you can tell me below. But I'd give this episode in this arc probably an 8 out of 10. But the next episode's probably the best episode of this season, the Lone Rat and Cubs. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time in Turtle Power.